How's everyone doing? Woo! I'm exhausted. I just got back from Afghanistan. Was out there performing for the troops. You know, it was exciting though. Got some military. Thank you. It's a lot. You know, I love it. I was so excited too when I found out that I was gonna go perform for the troops. Like, I told everybody. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go perform for the troops. May even do some comedy while I'm there. It's a win-win. Win-win. Had my Facebook status like every day. I was like, yo, performing in Afghanistan tonight. Who wants free tickets? People did respond. I don't think they quite read the post, you know? I was like, really? Like, you're gonna hop a flight? Southwest does not, you know, they don't travel there anymore. Oh, it was fun. One of the comedians I work with, little guy, his name is Brad. He's a little midget. We went on this tour together to the Middle East. And so Brad and I, we're at the airport in Afghanistan. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. And out of nowhere, this group of like Middle Eastern guys come and sit down directly in front of me and Brad and start staring at us. But like really rudely, you know, they're just like, Brad's like, look, I'm a midget. He's like, I'm used to being stared at. He's like, you're an Italian chick. I'm sure you're used to being stared at. He's like, but I have never been stared at like this. Like, I'm actually like, you know, it's making me nervous. I'm like, I know. I'm like, this is so crazy. What do we do, you know? So Brad looks at me. He goes, we need to blend in. I was like, all right, Brad, you're a midget. Again, I'm an Italian chick, and we're in Afghanistan. How do you think we're gonna blend in? Straight face again, he looks at me, he goes, why don't you let me beat you so they know I'm in charge? So I got hit by a midget. That was fun. Felt like a toddler giving me a massage. It was pretty fun. So now me and Brad are actually on one of the bases. We're in Afghanistan. We're on one of the bases, and we go to visit the bomb squad. Let me paint this picture for you. There's like 30 soldiers standing around with all these explosives, and they're, you know, explaining what they do. You know, they're like, that's a grenade, that's an IED, like, you know, it's very explosive, and blah, blah, blah. And then this guy hands me one. And he's like, Heather, be careful. Because if you drop that and it goes off, we're all gonna have to run like 5 miles in 30 seconds. In my head, it was like, why am I holding this? You know, so I'm trying to give it to Brad, and Brad's got that look on his face like, don't even give me that, don't you dare, you know. But I'm like, oh, and I like push it into his chest, much like you would do a football to somebody, you know, playfully. I was just like, take it. Well, so I forgot Brad's a midget and he's got smaller hands, you know, so it fell on the ground next to us. And by the time I looked up, those 30 soldiers were gone. Okay, they had like Nigerian speed, you know, they were just gone. And so me and Brad are like, what do we do, you know? And we're like, we need to run. Well, mind you, I'm wearing a helmet that weighs 10 pounds. I'm wearing a bulletproof vest that weighs 40 pounds. You know, I'm okay with it. But Brad's a midget. You know, he looks like SpongeBob SquarePants with no legs, you know? So I'm getting ready to run, and as I start, I hear from behind me, Brad's yelling, Heather, pick me up! I'm like, I turn around, Brad's like a little penguin waddling, he's like, ah! So I get down, I'm like, get on, little guy, start running. 2 things happened that day that I can now mark off my bucket list. 1, I have never had to run from a bomb before, and 2, I've never had a midget piss all over my back before. Well, for free. My parents are so proud of me right now. Oh man, it's funny, I'm Italian, got a big family, big Italian family from Chicago I am. You know, I love being Italian, I do. I got my grandparents that came over from Italy like 30 years ago, but they still speak like they just got here. You know, some people like that, right? You're like, why do you talk like that? You've been here for 50 years. What's going on? That's my grandparents, okay? They've been here for over 30 years, and their Italian accent is so thick you can barely understand them sometimes. And so for Christmas, this past Christmas, my grandma's like, I want to be more Americanized. You know, technology with the, you know, the phones and computers and the tablets. Like, all right, you want to be more Americanized? Where are we going with this? She's like, will you buy me a gyps for Christmas? You guys all look confused. You probably know it as a GPS. So here's the thing. My grandma doesn't drive. She doesn't need a gyps. She doesn't need a GPS, right? She don't drive. So I bought her an iPhone because they had it on special, buy one, get one free at Christmas time. So, and it had her gyps in it. So I thought, like, killing two birds with one stone, right? So I get my grandma this cell phone, and I'm trying to teach her how to use it. And she's 87, okay? And she starts losing her cool with me. She starts swearing at me in the phone in Italian. Vaffanculo, I should have got my gyps and no work. I was like, Grandma, calm down. It's not even on yet. Just chill. Oh. A couple hours later, I got a text message from her, and it read, "You're a bitch." So I called her back. I was like, Grandma, what's with the text message? She goes, sweet as can be again, She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. I'm so sorry. You know I'm new to this technology. How do I send that to your mother? Now my grandma wants me to help her out with a MySpace. She says, I was like, Grandma, you're confusing MySpace and Facebook. Like, they're two separate things, Grandma. I was like, well, no one really uses MySpace anymore, so you probably want a Facebook. And I'm like, but wait a minute, what do you want a Facebook for anyway? She's like, because I want people to follow what I'm doing. I was like, Grandma, that's what the obituaries are for. It's my grandma. She doesn't speak English. She doesn't even know what an obituary is. So before I got into comedy, I used to work at a bank. I was a teller. And they used to tell us, so I've got some tellers in the room here tonight, they used to tell us that one of the ways a bank could get robbed was that as the employee, we weren't giving the customers enough eye contact and personality when they first walked through the door. And I was like, well, the Lord bless me with these two big peepers, I am not getting robbed. So every time someone walked into the bank, it didn't matter who it was, I would get so excited. I was like, hi, welcome to Bank of America, how are you? Hi, come on in, how's it going? Hi. But if I really wanted to freak him out, I'd go cross-eyed. I'd make one eye look at the person I'm helping and one eye look at the next person in line. Hi, ma'am, how can I help you today? Excuse me, sir, you need to hold on a second. Ma'am, did you need what a draw subs are you reaching for over there? Ma'am, would you like that in 10s or 20s? Sir, is